All right, folks, buckle up because we're diving headfirst into the anthem that's probably blasting in your head right now, whether you like it or not. Bon Jovi's Livin On A Prayer. You know the one, that earworm that turns karaoke nights into full-on rock operas, where even your tone-deaf uncle suddenly thinks he's a stadium god. It's the song that sneaks up on you in supermarkets, and before you know it, you're whisper singing, "Whoa, we're halfway there," while debating between organic kale and discount chips. Admit it, you've belted it out in the shower pretending your shampoo bottle is a mic stand. And if you haven't, well, liar, liar, pants on fire, or should I say hair on Aquanet. But here's the tease. This isn't just some fluffy 80s hair metal fluff. Oh no, this track's got roots deeper than John Bon Jovi's perm, born from basement jams, near misses with the trash bin, and a dash of working-class grit that could make Bruce Springsteen nod approvingly. We're talking obscure trivia, like how it almost sounded like a Clash rip-off, meanings behind those iconic lines that hit harder than a union strike, and cultural ripples that turned it into everything from a political football to a meme machine. And yeah, I'll throw in some laughs, because why not roast a band that named an album after a slippery banana peel? Stick around, or you'll miss the what-if where Tommy and Gina invent Bitcoin. Halfway there? Nah, we're just getting started. Let's rewind to the spark, the conception and writing of this beast. Picture this. It's the mid-80s. Reagan's in office. Shoulder pads are a fashion crime against humanity, and John Bon Jovi's out there hustling like a door-to-door salesman with a guitar. The band's got 2 albums under their belt, but they're not exactly setting the world on fire, more like flickering a Zippo in a windstorm. Enter Desmond Child, this hit-making wizard who's penned tunes for Kiss and Aerosmith. John and guitarist Richie Sambora rope him in for a writing session in Richie's parents' basement. Yeah, because nothing says rock and roll like Mum yelling down for snacks mid-riff. They start jamming, and out pops this story of Tommy and Gina. Tommy's a dock worker, union's on strike, he's down on his luck. Sound familiar? It's basically every blue-collar tale since the Industrial Revolution, but with more hairspray. The lyrics kick off with "Once upon a time, not so long ago," like a fairy tale gone gritty. John drew from real life. His own high school sweetheart Dorothea, who he's still married to, by the way, talk about living on a prayer in Hollywood terms, and Desmond's waitress girlfriend named Maria, but they swapped it to Gina for rhyme's sake. Obscure trivia alert. Gina was inspired by a real diner waitress Desmond knew, slinging hash browns while dreaming big. Now the phrase "living on a prayer," that's the money shot. It means scraping by on hope alone when your bank account's echoing like a bad reverb. Tommy's hocked his 6-string for cash, pun intended, because who pawns their soul or guitar without a backup plan? But here's the kicker. John hated it at first. Thought it was just okay, like a mediocre pizza. Richie and Desmond had to drag him kicking and screaming to polish it. They added that killer bass line, boom, 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 like a heartbeat on steroids, and the talkbox guitar that sounds like a robot gargling whiskey. What if John had won that argument? We'd have Livin' on a Maybe, and Bon Jovi might still be playing Jersey bars. Asides like that make you think, eh? John later admitted he was wrong, rare for a rock star. Usually they're too busy being legends in their own minds. Moving to the album and release Shenanigans. Slippery When Wet, album title born from a strip club sign in Vancouver, because why not name your breakthrough after a wet floor hazard? The band was holed up recording in Canada, dodging taxes or whatever rockers do, with producer Bruce Fairbairn cracking the whip. Fun fact, the album almost got called Wanted Dead or Alive, but they went slippery instead. Slippery Sails, am I right? Livin' on a Prayer was the second single, following You Give Love a Bad Name, which was basically its evil twin. Same writers, same punch. Release day, October 1986. MTV's in its prime, and the video? Oh boy. Directed by Wayne Isham, it's got the band rehearsing in a warehouse, then flying on wires like budget superheroes. John's leaping around in fringe jackets. Richie's got the talk box looking like he's kissing a vacuum hose. But the Shenanigans? The label pushed for more glam, but Bon Jovi fought for that raw edge. Trivia: the original demo was punky, Clash-like, until they beefed it up with keyboards and that key change in the chorus. Bam! From verse to anthem in one modulation. Meaning behind, we've got to hold on to what we've got? It's about resilience, baby. Tommy and Gina aren't quitting. They're doubling down even if it doesn't make a difference. Satirical swipe. In today's world, they'd start a GoFundMe called Dock Workers Unite. But back then, it was pure grit. And laugh beat. Imagine if Gina's diner served prayer pancakes, stacked high on hope, syrup of dreams. You'd be living on a carb coma. Now the rise to mythic status, controversies and culture. This song, shot to #1 on Billboard, stayed there for weeks, turned Slippery into a diamond seller, over 12 million copies. Cultural ripple? It's the ultimate underdog anthem. Sports teams blast it at halftime when they're down, because who doesn't need a prayer when your quarterback's fumbling? Politicians love it too. Both sides of the aisle have used it, from Democrats hyping working-class woes to Republicans, well, pretending they care. Controversy. Some lefties call it capitalist propaganda. Tommy and Gina just hold on instead of unionizing harder or storming the Bastille. A Marxist reading. It's like Bon Jovi saying, "Suck it up, Buttercup," while rocking million-dollar mansions. Irreverent pun. They're living on a payer, not prayer. Royalties, that is. More trivia. The song's been sampled, covered, parodied. From Glee to South Park, where Cartman butchers it hilariously. Ripple effects. It redefined hair metal, making it accessible. Suddenly rock was for the everyman, not just leather pants elites. Absurd what if. What if Tommy and Gina time traveled to 2025? Tommy'd be driving Uber. Gina slinging lattes at Starbucks, still living on a prayer, but with apps. And controversies? John's initial disdain. He called it not that impressed, like critiquing your own kid's finger painting. Richie called him an idiot for it. Self-roasting aside, if I were John, I'd pray for better judgment next time. Legacy and lasting weirdness. Fast forward, over 13 million downloads, triple platinum, still packing stadiums. It's in rock band games, wedding playlists, hell, even funerals if you want an upbeat send-off. Weirdness? Covers by everyone from Celtic punk bands to opera singers. Trivia. In 2013, a flash mob in a Boston hospital used it post-marathon bombing. Talk about healing vibes. Meaning of "take my hand, we'll make it, I swear." Pure romantic defiance against odds, bosses, bills. It's why couples tattoo it, or name pets Tommy and Gina. Lasting impact. Bon Jovi's philanthropy, like John's Soul Kitchen restaurants, echoes the song's ethos, feeding the hungry, no prayers required. Weird fact. The talkbox was popularized by Peter Frampton, but Richie made it scream like a banshee on steroids. What if AI wrote it today? Living on an algorithm. Hold on to your data. It doesn't make a difference if we fake it or not. And outro. Woo, we've rocked through the prayer, folks. If this got you fist pumping or chuckling, smash that like button harder than a guitar solo. Subscribe for more deep dives into rock lore. Next up, maybe why Stairway to Heaven needs an elevator. Comment your fave Bon Jovi pun below. And remember, when life's docking your pay, just take that hand and swear you'll make it. Whoa, Living on a Prayer, out.